Hi, it's Mike at Phase 1 DJ Store. Today we've just had this land, and this is a Technics 1210 Mark 7. There's been a lot of talk about this product, and normally we won't do unboxing videos, but we thought we'd start right at the beginning. This video is bound to turn into a bit of a review. We've got an event going on tomorrow in the shop, which is the 15th of June. So if you are watching this in the future, which I guess you are, you're also going to see clips from our event. At our event we had on show in the shop, just so you understand the rest of the video, we had Technics 1210 Mark 5s, Mark 2s, we had Pioneer PLX 1000, PLX 500, we had Reloop turntable, the RP 7000 Mark II, and we also had the Denon VL12, all in demo, all in one day. So later on in this video, it's going to be chopped up, this video, all over the place. You'll see some clips from the day, and we might get some interviews from some customers. Then we'll do a bit of a review on the deck later on in the video, but for now we'll just put a bit of music on and do an unboxing. Technics 1210 Legend Mark 7. Is it any good? Right, so this Technics 1210 Mark 7. Today's the day when we've opened the shop on a Saturday, and we've invited a lot of my vinyl junkie friends. These guys are into turntables. I play loads of vinyl, I know what I like. I've owned 1210s, I currently own a set of Denon VL12s, but this Mark 7 thing's come along. It's had a bit of a bad review. Now, I opened one up yesterday, because obviously I get to look at everything first, and to be honest with you, I think everybody's quite missing the trick here. I think there's a lot of work gone underneath, under the bonnet, in the workings of this new turntable, that's going to give it the edge. Yeah, okay, it isn't been reinvented. It's a Mark 7. You can't reinvent a turntable. It plays records. But what I think they have done, from what I've seen underneath the platter, where the platter goes on and the magnet goes on, and where there used to be a bush motor, it's all kind of changed, and I think that's going to make a difference to the sound. Especially when, you know, obviously when you go and doing gigs in clubs and stuff like that, you're having to put your decks onto paving slabs. I think that's going to be the main thing that they've improved on this deck. Sound. The torque's there, all the features are there. I'm going to do a really in-depth review later, but today is all about what the people think. So we've invited all my buddies down to the shop. We've got 8 different turntables set up in the shop, and we're just going to let them have a field day, and we're going to see what they say about it. Let's get the lights on, let's get the shutter up, and let's get this on. Right, so you've had a mix on it?
I have.
Technics mk7. This is the first guy that's had a mix in the shop. This guy knows Technics turntables inside out. What do you reckon?
Very good. I've never used a digital pitch before.
You've never used a digital
I haven't.
pitch?
So I had a play on the Mark 5G first.
Yeah.
And then see how I got on with it, and then swapped to the Mark 7. It does seem more accurate than the 5G. Don't know why or how, but it definitely
Tighter.
does. I feel I can do really tiny adjustments and it actually makes a difference. But I've heard that you couldn't do that, but I have no idea what people are wondering about.
So digital pitch, no problem?
Not a problem for me, and I've always had Mark 2s for 20 years.
Obviously the deck's a bit lighter. Does that put you off?
Not really.
No,
Just
doesn't make a
easy to
difference?
transport, really.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any compromise on the sound. I think it's just different products, different materials used.
Excellent. You heard it here first. That's number one.
Very good.
Very good. Right, so this is my mate Dave. He's come down the shop.
Good
He's
morning.
a vinyl junkie. What he doesn't know about turntables is nobody's business. He's just been in the shop and had a mix on the Mark 7. Never used a digital pitch. Dave, what do you reckon?
Flawless, as expected.
Good?
Never used a digital pitch, was a little bit worried about that, but nothing to worry about. Same as the Mark II, it does its job. You can't reinvent the wheel. You
You can't. It's a record player.
It's a tool to play records on. You might be able to perfect it a bit, but from the Mark II to the Mark 7, it's a digital pitch. It's not a digital pitch. It works perfect.
Yeah, no issues moving
No issues,
between the two.
none whatsoever. A little bit nervous, like to say, just it's something new in it. But
Would you say the digital pitch would be slightly more accurate?
I'd have to have longer.
You'd have to have longer to find
But-
out. Yeah, fair comment.
But I was finding I was adjusting the Mark IIs to the Mark 7 which.
Yeah, tricky, going from one deck to the other.
But it did it. We did it. It's there. It works. It does the job. It's good. Like it. Dear Santa.
Dear Santa.
Dear Santa, maybe.
You heard it here first.
Dear Santa, maybe. So yeah, there you go.
There you go. Second opinion we've had today. Spot on. Mark 7. Right, so this is my good friend Sol.
Hello.
Knows everything about nothing and nothing about everything and has an opinion on everything. He's just had a go on the new Technics 1210 Mark 7s. What did you think?
I think it's, well, I've got the Mark 5Gs, and first thing that stood out was definitely that I think the pitch is far superior, without a doubt.
Yep.
Nice
Everybody
pitch.
that's used that today has said exactly the same.
But I was slightly sort of unhappy because I thought what I was playing on was the 7, which in fact was a Mark II. And so if I went from Mark 7 to Mark II, and I thought I was going Mark 7 to Mark 7, and there's a massive difference, like totally different. But yeah, so the pitch is spectacular. The motor seems brilliant. We've obviously had a look at the inside where you've lifted the platter off, and there's some really good design features in there where...
Did you like it? Yeah? You liked it?
Yeah.
As long as you liked it.
That's brilliant. I think it's a good deck for the money. I think it's priced for I don't know, it's not that out of the market,
It's
is it
the
really?
dearest one on the market, but it's,
But no, it's not
top
outlandishly
brand.
dearest, though, isn't it?
No,
Really,
no,
when
no.
you look at it, it's like, well,
all these things are expensive.
of course they are. But I mean, in comparison to the other stuff, it's like you're only talking like a couple of £100 here and there. It's not like thousands of pounds out of the way, is it? But first side, I had a little mix on it, and it was brilliant.
So there you go.
Naya enjoyed it.
Naya enjoyed it. Sol enjoyed it. Technics Mark 7.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up from me.
So, I thought that went quite well actually. We didn't have hundreds and hundreds of people here. I reckon we possibly had about 12 or 15 people through the door all day. Everybody had a go. The reaction was very, very positive. I think everybody complimented how tight the pitch was on it. Everybody that had a mix on it, that's one of the first things they commented on, is how accurate the pitch was. It was very well received, and this thing has had a bit of a slating on the internet, and I can't really see why. I think some of the improvements that have made are sweet. Would you, is it reinvented? No, it's not. It's a turntable. It just needs to do a job and do it really, really well. Do I think it's possibly the best one out there? Time will tell, but so far, I've got to say I really, really, really like it as well. And the reaction that I got from a feel of the people in the shop was, yeah, I like this product, and it's a real contender. Couple of the things, I'm going to take the camera off the stand and I'm going to just go through a couple of the bits and bobs that really stand out for me. So one of the most positive things I think that came from having our little event here in the shop and getting some other DJs on it is everybody complimented the pitch. The pitch was very, very accurate, and everybody got away with it. And most of the guys that have been in the shop were used to Mark 2s, and also one of the guys had a set of Mark 5s, and the guy that had the Mark 5s said that he liked the pitch on the Mark 5, but this actually was an improvement. It was far more accurate. A couple of things that I like about the deck is the fact that, yes, it's got a few features where you can turn the lights on and off, and you can have it in the 78 mode, it'll play backwards and all that, but none of that nonsense, if you like, is on the top, because you would set these features if you want to use them, set them and leave them. And that's why I really like the idea that the fact that everything is underneath here. So you change all these new settings and new features that this deck has underneath, because you would just set them and leave them. So I don't need loads of switches and buttons all over it. I like the clean design, the clean look of it. One guy actually noticed in the shop, because we all had a good look at this when we were all here, that see this here, right? It's like, someone said, that'll be great if you spill a drink. I was like, well, what do you mean? He says, well, if you spill a drink over the deck, it's not going to get into the inner workings, So whether that's a design, I don't know. Whether Technics have actually thought about this, I'm not sure. But yes, you would say that there, if some liquid fell in there, it's not going to get into the workings of the decks. Yes, if you pour it in here, but it wouldn't get to there. So really, really like that. What I'd also noticed as well is this has completely changed, and it's nothing like anybody else's deck. And what we did find, that it just, when you have your decks and you put them down, especially if you've been in clubs and bars and you're having to put paving slabs and things like that to get this isolation, I think that this platter design has got to be a better design, in the way that I think it's going to reduce that noise, that feedback noise. So that was one point that I really, really liked. But on a whole, This was very well received in the shop, and the jury was out even with myself. After I saw a lot of the reviews online, I was like, whoa, this has not gone down well. But actually, when you get your hands on this thing, it is really, really smart. I also like the back. Yes, it's got removable leads now. It's got a removable IEC. I'll take a photo in a second. It's got removable phono leads and ground leads. But I like the way it's recessed as well. So it's recessed right in, so none of these cables and IEC leads are in the way. A nice little design touch. On a whole, I think it's a winner. Yes, it's more expensive than everybody else's. But come on, it's the Technics. It was always the market leader. And the market leader that claims to be the best one is always going to be the most expensive one. Everybody said, yeah, on Saturday when they were here in the shop, there wasn't a bad turntable amongst all of them. All of them got rave reviews. Some were like, wow, for the price that that's pitched at, it's, you know, some of the other cheaper decks offered a lot of value, but it wasn't a Technics. So yes, the Technics is the most expensive on the market, but apparently it's the best. And you know what? I think it's probably going to hold its crown. I think this, moving forward, we're going to see more and more of these. I think it's a great product. Right then, so this is Nathan. He's on the wrong side. There he is. There's Nathan.
Hello.
Nathan works at the shop. He's an absolute whiz of a DJ. He's just had a go on the Mark 7. What do you reckon?
I couldn't get away with it, Mike.
What do you mean? You didn't like
I
it?
didn't like it, mate. Didn't like
What's
it.
the matter with it?
I couldn't put my stick in.
You couldn't put your USB. It's not.
And then put a bloody sync button on.
There's no sync button on
No
it.
sync button on it.
No sync button.
No, I can't get it.
No
away with
USB.
it.
It's not for you. It's not for you. You heard it first here.